Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Tonight is going to be a trivia evening that is going to be full of hopefully fun for all the family. We've got some friends quizzes coming up. We've got some caricatures coming up. We've got all sorts of things happening. My name's Sarah Beecham, and I'm the Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire North and Tees.
My name's Mark Elliott, and I'm a Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire South with Humber. Yeah, as Sarah says, we've got lots planned for this evening. If you've joined us before, you kind of know what kind of thing is in store over the next hour or so. We've even got a round this evening based on cheese. So we've really got everything, or you could say we really are scraping the barrel. I don't know, maybe you can decide later on.
So we mentioned the fact that we are going to have a Friends quiz. I'm quite excited about this. I'm really hoping that some of you guys will have watched Friends. It's very topical at the moment because it's been a big deal in the media this week because of their reunion that they're airing on Thursday night. So we're going to have at some point this evening a Friends Whose Line Was It? And I'm hoping there's only 6 answers that it could be. So even if you've never seen it, you can try your luck at guessing. And
if you're a young person, you've never seen Friends, I'm sure your parents may have seen Friends, which is quite terrifying that young people may not have seen Friends, one of the greatest TV shows of all time, I'm sure you'd agree.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We watched it during lockdown. It was one of ours that we went from the very beginning and have watched it all the way through. So when I took this quiz and when I found this quiz, I was like, yes, I definitely know this. And I got, at that point, there won't be 20 of them today, but I got, I think, 19 out of 20. So I was quite proud of myself.
Well done. We're very quiet on the comment section this evening. So we've only had Paul message. So good evening, Paul. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching, please send us a message. Let us know you're joining us. Maybe let us know where you're joining us from as well.
Yeah, we'd love to know where you're joining us from. We normally ask you a question. We've not got one prepped. I'm on my own for tea tonight. So what would you advise me to have? Normally James would be the one that would cook because I am a terrible, terrible cook. And normally he would be the one that would cook for me. He's not in this evening. So what shall I make for myself this evening?
What would James make for you?
That could be a whole host of things. If I was being really fussy and if he was being really lovely, then he would make me a plate of Yorkshire puddings.
Wow.
But I can't make Yorkshire puddings, so that will not be happening.
Well, good evening to your sister who's joining us. I imagine Maisie's with her as well. So good evening, thank you for joining us. Good evening to Frankie Hewitt as well. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah, we'll start with some caricatures, and hopefully that will get people in and watching. Please share this stream if you are able to. I'm sure people will join us as soon as the football is finished.
We've had quite some big football games finishing just in the last few minutes, so a few people are joining us. Andrew Pinfield, I'm watching you, but you might have beaten me on Friends. Becky Devine said, I am from Leeds. Controversial, I don't like Friends, however, I will still join in. That's what we like.
You don't like Friends?
Yeah, that's probably the bigger issue to address.
I was going to say, I'm all right with the rest of it, but don't like Friends, my goodness.
So what's going to happen is you're going to see a series of caricatures on the screen, and you need to tell us who that is, what the actor's name is. So you've got one on your screen right now. We want to know who that is. Would you know this one?
Yeah, I would absolutely know this one straight away. I think the stethoscope gives it away as well. That might give somebody a bit of a clue. I was genuinely impressed that I knew the word stethoscope.
You had to say it as soon as you knew it. Here's number 2. So as normal, put number 1 for your answer, number 2, your answer. This is number 2 on the screen, and there is number 3.
Oh.
I think I've got that.
Okay.
So we've had, I have to read this comment out. Luke Furlong, hey, from Berwick. Just about to fill in my ISCA form. If you've not done so already, fill yours in. Absolutely, we echo those words of Luke. We've had a little chase around this week of a few people asking him to get their ISCA forms in. We really need your ISCA forms in as soon as possible. It helps us in our planning and preparation. It helps us adhere to all the guidelines. Please get your forms in as soon as possible. We'd love to see you there.
We've already got some answers coming in for those ones, so we'll show them again. So the one that's on your screen at the moment is number 2, and the one that's on your screen at the moment is number 3. So if you can put the number before it, then please do. We learned a couple of weeks back that I can't count, and just got very, very confused with what we were meant to be on. But yeah, get those coming in as soon as you can.
Are you relieved we're not in the kitchen this evening doing some baking? Are you glad we're back?
I'm unbelievably relieved. I was laughing at the fact that quite a lot of people's cookies went really well. I had some messages saying that theirs was really tasty, as pretty much went in the bin.
They didn't go too great, did they?
They were as flat and as thin as pancakes and were so crispy. I think they would have done more damage.
I think the issue we had was getting in and getting organised. We preheated the oven probably for half an hour too long. So it was very well preheated before we put them in. So they were very crispy. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 on your screen. This is number 3 that's on your screen right now. Now we're on number 1. How many would you have got out of 3 on that, do you think?
I'd have got 2.
2.
How many would you have got?
I'm on 2. I know who the last one is, but I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name.
I was going to say, I'm shocking at things like that.
I can tell you, what he might be in and stuff like that, but yeah.
Okay, so we will start going through them. So number 1 that will come back onto your screen. I really love this guy for many, many reasons, but it's Hugh Laurie. He's incredible. Yeah. He's got a really amazing album as well, and is such a good singer.
Have you watched any of his shows or films?
I've watched House.
Yep.
And he's been in some films as well.
And Stuart Little as well, I think.
I've never seen that.
Anyone on number 2? We've not had any answers in for number 2 as of yet. Would you have got this one?
I would. So again, during lockdown, it's one of those many things that we've been watching lots and lots of telebox, and we've watched 24, and it is Keith Sutherland, and also love Designated Survivor.
Oh, of course, well. That's a great series.
So I'm not going to lie, we've watched too much telebox.
I think a lot of people will have probably watched far too much TV during lockdown. And then number 3, we've had a few answers in, and I'm pretty sure you're right, Frankie and Charlotte Lily. It is Kevin Hart.
Fair enough. I have to say I wouldn't have got that.
There we are. Shall we move on to the next 3?
Yeah, let's go for the next ones. So we'll go for this one's number 4. I'm just proving I can count at this point. And number 5.
We just checked it didn't have the answer on it.
And number 6. So I know that, I don't know if my brother-in-law is watching. I know my sister is. But I know that Damien would definitely get number 6. So Maisie, if you've not got number 6, go and ask your dad.
Send your answers in number 5.
I think some of these are really tough.
I've got a rough guess on it. But
James promised me they'd be really easy, and I think it was a fib.
I think I could get these.
Okay, great. We'll go to you for the answers, and not me.
We'll get James to reveal them. So any answers for number 4? You know number 4, don't you?
It's definitely worse when the answer comes up by the side of it and you still don't know who it is.
That is a bigger issue, but we'll address that when it happens very shortly.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Frankie Hewitt agrees with me, says that these are tricky. It's not just me.
I wonder if it's a matter of when you see the answer, you're like, oh yeah, it's them, now I can see it. Like, we'll find out very soon. I think, would you get number 4?
Yes, if it's who I think it is.
Okay, well, I guess we can all play that game.
Which is, again, it's a terrible one if it's not who I think it is.
Would you get number 5? What about number 5?
So we should clarify, Becky's asked, are all these Friends people? No, these are just celebrities. Friends isn't coming in till a little bit later on. So these, at the moment, are just celebrities.
So it's number 5, it's on just now. Well, that's back to number 4. Test me.
He's testing you with the numbers. Okay, so we'll go through the answers. We've got a couple of answers in, not very many, but we will reveal the answers coming up.
So who would you think this one would be?
I think it's Messi.
That would have been my guess as well, and you're right. Yeah, it is.
I don't think it's a very flattering caricature.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate caricature. But let's move on to number 5. I think my guess would be Scarlett Johansson on this.
Obviously, my guess would have been Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe, of course.
But again, it could be quite.
Yeah,
it could have been quite a few people. But
that's a hard caricature.
I was really tense about that one.
That's a good guess. Number 6, we've had a few guesses.
And this one I would have known.
It has to be Sean Bean.
It's Sean Bean.
Yeah.
That one I would have absolutely known, knowing full well that...
we had a few people guessed Marilyn Monroe as well. Luke Furlong, Katie and Joanne Huggins. So well done on guessing that one.
Yes, I know who this is.
Don't shout it out.
Yes, I know.
So what number is this one now?
So this is number 7.
Just testing after last week.
Just testing my counting ability. I don't know who this is.
I know him and I can list lots of things he's been in, but I couldn't recall his name.
And I know who that is. Again, not the most flattering of
that middle
pictures.
one's going to bug me. I hope
The
someone
middle
gets the
one, I
answer.
can honestly say, guys, I will go
Do you
with
recognise
whatever
him
you
from?
write down.
Do you recognise him from any like TV
Yes,
show? Yeah.
but I wouldn't have ever known his name.
No, I don't think I could get that.
I'm not being. Yeah.
We've had a few straight in for number 7, straight away.
Number 7, I have to say, I was singing along to a rap of his in the car on the way here.
Was it? Oh,
You can't say what it was.
I think I know which rap it was though.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. And so this one's number 8, and this is number 9.
So yeah, we've got some answers coming. We haven't had any in for number 8 as yet. The one that we both recognise him, but we can't recall his name.
Although my sister's gone for a very different answer, which I could see why she said it. I don't think it is him,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but I can see why you would say it. Also, I have to say that I do know who Boris Johnson is. I feel like I need to clarify. I do know that.
Well done.
Oh, so
let's go through some of these answers. Let's go to number 7. Sarah, do you want to reveal number 7 since you nearly revealed it straight away?
it is. It's The Rock, as many people have said it, but Dwayne Johnson.
Well done. And what was the rap you and James were duetting to?
How did you know James was singing to it?
I know James.
I was going to say we were both singing to Moana in the car on the way here.
I've got a video of James doing this rap actually.
Yeah.
From our previous ISCA. So,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Well, so I got number 7. So now you have to reveal who number 8 is.
Yeah, let's have a look at the picture. It's Boris Johnson. No, it's not. I haven't got a clue. I'm going to seek if we can get some magic.
Toby Jones.
You said that so confidently, like you do. You've definitely been told that, you do.
Without a doubt. And then the final one, again, a really unflattering picture, but it's got to be Will Smith.
Yeah.
He is a lovely man.
Oh, there we are.
Because I know him personally, obviously. So we always ask you to be part of these evenings, and we always try and get you involved as much as possible. As part of that tonight, we are having a Bring Me round, and the idea of this is we're going to put up a couple of items on the telly box that you can see and that will come up on your screen. And what we would really love you to do is send a picture of that item as a selfie, if that is possible. If you are at the point of what I would be quite often on a Sunday night if I wasn't doing this, with no makeup on and all the rest of it, you can always just write your name and take a picture. But if possible, we'd like a selfie of you and one of these things. And then you're going to WhatsApp that picture in to the usual number. The first one's already on there. So I'm hoping at this point you guys are running around the house trying to find this item. And then we are going to ask you to send it in. And it's the first person to send in your item will get a bonus point. Not that we score these.
Well, we'll give you a bonus 10 points. You know, why not?
Yeah, a bonus 10 points.
Oh, Christian says we'll give you a bonus 100. There you go.
So, so that's what we're asking you to do. So we're going to put up 2. So the first one that we're asking you to look for is a whisk. And then the second thing that we are asking you to find and take a selfie of is a...
It's like a drum roll.
Doo, doo, doo.
Would you be able to get a whisk quickly?
It's an Easter egg. I'd love to know if anybody's got any Easter eggs. If you don't have any Easter eggs around your house, then please.
We're trying to make it as quite tricky as possible, really. So you might not have an Easter egg at home. So therefore, if you do, great, get that sent in as soon as possible. We already have a picture in. We're not sure if it's for one of them, so we're going to get that checked, and then we'll say who the winner is of that one shortly.
So if you've already had the item that's already come in that you're taking a picture of, then keep sending your pictures in anyway. This is going to happen throughout all of the evening. So there's going to be lots of things that will just flash up with a slide like it does at the moment, and you need to go and find that item.
So yeah, this would have me on edge a little bit, trying to find the right item. But yeah, get those items sent in as soon as possible, and we'll let you know who wins each item, who got the item first. We've already had one in. We have got a whisk straight away.
And that is Becky Devine.
Well
I was
done,
struggling
Becky.
to figure out who it was, I'm not going to lie.
So,
But she doesn't like Friends. Boo.
We'll have to see if anyone sends in an Easter egg. And as Sarah said, there'll be a few more of these throughout the evening as we go. So keep watching the screen. If it comes up saying, bring me something, go and get that item and get that photo sent in as soon as possible.
Fantastic. I'm so impressed already that you guys have managed to do that so quick. I don't know if I would know where the whisk in our house was. I know where the electric one was, but not the handheld one, I don't think. So we didn't specify it had to be electric or handheld, but whatever sort of whisk you
Well, we've got a winner for this one already.
So well done to you guys. We are going to move on to another round now, and this one is going to be the Friends round.
So yeah, maybe you saw Friends, maybe you're too young to have seen Friends, and maybe you can ask for some help from your parents or older brothers or sisters, I don't know. But I know a lot of young people are re-watching Friends or watching Friends for the first time now, which is great. And as Sarah mentioned, there's quite a big Friends special coming up next week, which I know both of us will be watching because we're both Friends fans. So you're gonna see on the screen a line that was from one of the TV episodes, and we need you to tell us who said that line. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to have a look at the line. So the characters that you could be guessing are the 6 main characters. They're on this screen at the moment. There's Phoebe, Chandler, Rachel, Ross, Monica, and Joey. So they are the people that could have said this line. So whatever happens, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of being right if you guess one of those names.
Yeah, you might not know who these people are at all, but you can guess one of the names and see if you can get an answer. So we're going to go through. We'll do a couple to begin with.
Yeah, maybe do 3. Okay, so the first one says, that sandwich was the one good thing in my life. Someone ate the one good thing in my life.
Would you know who said this one?
Absolutely, I would know who said this one.
So it'd be interesting to know, do we have any Friends fans out there? Otherwise, it might just be me and Sarah playing along for a few minutes, but you can indulge us in that.
Absolutely.
This is one of my more memorable episodes. I do remember this being said. It's really hard to talk about without giving anything away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's set at a holiday period. So we'll say that. Okay, the next one says, I just realised something. Joker is poker with a J. Coincidence?
So I just remember these episodes. We've had a few comments in straight away. Well, Frankie Hewitt, I've never seen Friends either. Seems pretty boring to me.
Oh, Frankie Hewitt, you're wrong.
We've had a few guesses in straight away. Because we're doing them in sets of 3, can you put number 1 next to your answer just so we know which one's which? Otherwise it might get a little bit confusing. And then this is number 3. Unagi is a state of total awareness. There'll be quite a few people, I'm sure, at home doing that as well. So thank you for sending in your answers so far. We'll run through them once again, and we'll save the numbers as we say them as well. So if we go back to number 1.
I'm just going to quickly write in the comment section who they could possibly be.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So then if you don't know it, you can still play along.
So whilst you're doing that, I will read this. So this is number 1. That sandwich was the one good thing in my life. Someone ate the one good thing in my life. Number 2, I just realised something. Joker is poker with an A.
That's a good
with an AJ. Coincidence? Oh my life, I didn't say that well as well. You interrupted me. And the last one, Unagi is a state of total awareness. So send in your answers, 1, 2, and 3. Sarah is writing in the comments and who they could be. So if you've not seen it, you will know the options that you have. There's a picture of Becky who sent in the whisk first of all. Is Becky the first to send an Easter egg as well? Oh, this is from the Huggins who sent us an Easter egg and a whisk. So well done for sending both of them. Maisie, you were the first to send the Easter egg in, so well done. And Les Clark, we've got you. You've sent an Easter egg in as well. Fantastic. So we've got more people have sent in Easter eggs than I was expecting. I thought.
Honestly, my first thought was, how on earth does Maisie have an Easter egg left?
You thought.
My next thought was, that's my jumper. But other than that, how do you guys have Easter eggs left?
So we've had a few answers in already. Quite a few for number 2, number 3. Not so many for number 1. Is there any of those 3 that you would have struggled with?
Not a chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, you would have got them. So your options were Ross, Rachel, Joey, Chandler, Monica, or Phoebe. Like Sarah said, if you've not watched it before, you can still maybe have a guess and see what your chances are. You've got 1 in 6 chance of getting it right.
I was going to say, the 6 names in the comments section that I've just put in are the 6 names that it could possibly be. So hopefully you can still take a guess. So we'll go through the answers. That sandwich was one good thing in my life. Somebody ate the one good thing in my life. It was Ross. It was very much talking about his Thanksgiving moist tomato sandwich.
I think your sister may have got that one right. There we are. Yep, she did. Let's move on to the next one. I'll let you read this one out because I really messed up last time.
I just realised something. Joker is poker with a J. Coincidence?
And then the last... Oh, we're going to do the answer now. The answer is...
It's Joey.
Let's see if anyone got that right. Katie, you got that right. Katie, you might be the only one who got that right.
Well done.
And then the last one, unagi is a state of total awareness. Let's see if anyone got this one right. The answer is Ross. So well done to Katie, well done to Paul Wilson. So well done on getting those ones right. Was Friends by any chance a programme that you watched with your sister?
It was, yes. It absolutely was. Okay, so we'll go back to number 1 for this one. Oh, no, number 4. We'll go number 4. We'll go number 4.
This week.
Oh, you go.
Number 4. We better stick to the routine. We don't want to look stupid. So
Again,
that's number 4.
Another festive episode.
Shall we show
So this one's number 5. It says, well, what if I don't want to be a shoe? I love this.
And number 6. See? He's a lobster. It's really hard not saying it in style. So we'll run through them again. So we've got number 1. We better stick to the routine. We don't want to look stupid. That was number 4. Number 5. Well, what if I don't want to be a shoe? We'll give a bonus point if you can say what she wants to be instead.
I know.
And then number 6. See, he's her lobster.
Absolutely. So they're the next 3 that you guys are getting in. Lots of answers coming in for them already. I just love Friends.
I wondered what you were going to say or where you were going to go for that.
It's such a good show. Frankie, give it another go because I'm convinced that you will learn to love it.
Maybe try one of the later series. I know it's a bit controversial, but yeah, maybe give them one of a try if you've tried it before.
When I was watching one the other day and they were like communicating with pages and stuff, and I was just like, wow, back in the day. So we'll go through the answers for those ones. You guys have already sent in lots of answers. So we'll go back to number 4, which is we better stick to the routine. We don't want to look stupid. Would you have known?
I would have guessed. My guess would have been Monica.
The answer is Monica.
So let's see. We've got that one right. Davina Mortimer, Katie, who has Paul Wilson. Well done on get that one right. Then that's number 5. Well, what if I don't want to be a shoe? I'm pretty sure I know who this one is. I'm pretty sure it's from the first ever episode of Friends.
First ever episode, yeah.
It was Rachel. So well done if you said that as well. And we said a bonus point, imaginary point.
Well, me and my sister have already differed because it says, what happens if I want to be a boot? I thought it was what happens if we want to be a hat. So
we'll have to rewatch it.
We'll have to rewatch it and get that.
We would love to be able to show you like clips and do it with clips like that way or what have you, but we can't because of copyrights, unfortunately. So that's why we've got to do it with the text on the screen.
And this is one of the most famous quotes.
Yeah, number 6.
Going, and it's all over clothes at the moment, like in like Sainsbury's.
See on like Valentine's Day cards and stuff like that.
See, he's a lobster.
And it is?
It's Phoebe talking about Ross and Rachel.
Katie, Davina and Paul, well done on getting that right as well.
Right, we'll go through 3 more. So 7, 8 and 9 that are going to come up now. So 7, get off my sister.
Number 8. Oh. If you want to receive emails about my upcoming shows, please give me money so I can buy a computer.
And then number 9. I hope everyone likes Mexican food because I'm making fajitas.
So yeah, get those in, 7, 8 and 9. Davina said, Adam is our Friends expert. He watched the whole series last year. I can't remember any of it. I've just started rewatching them, to be honest. So I think I'm on halfway through season 1 again.
I've just finished rewatching them, I'm not going to lie.
What's quite alarming is I used to have all the series, but when I originally had them, they were all on video. Now I've got them all on DVD as well.
So I don't have them on DVDs, but I do remember having them on video.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting down on a Friday night to watch Ross and Emily's wedding, and then the cliffhanger and just sitting
that's a
there
long
being
time
like,
ago.
and having to wait a whole week till it was on again.
So we are getting a few of these answers coming in quite quickly now, which is great.
So this one was number 8. If you want to receive emails about my upcoming shows, please give me money so I can buy a computer.
And number 9, I hope everyone likes Mexican food because I'm making fajitas.
Oh, I've got hiccups.
So we've had a few of those come in. Shall we reveal number 7?
Let's go for it.
So the majority of people are guessing that number 7 is Ross.
It is indeed talking about Chandler.
Number 8, if you want to receive emails about my upcoming shows, please give me money so I can buy a computer.
Lots of people have gone for Joey. The answer is Phoebe.
Yeah, bit of a curveball there. So did anyone guess that right? I don't think we did. And then let's final one, number 9. I hope everyone likes Mexican food because I'm making fajitas.
This one is Ross. And it's talking about when Joey and Rachel have just
having a
got
date,
together.
yeah.
Ooh, and they're double dating.
So there we go.
Shall we go for a last 3?
Last 3,
and then we'll have just a bit of a heads up. We might have some more Bring Me's coming up soon.
So this is number 10. Remember, if I am harsh with you, it's only because you're doing it wrong.
I can hear like my sister saying it to me, but it's not Katie.
Number 11.
I'm hopeless and I'm awkward and I'm desperate for love. Present.
I'm just going to take that soundbite of you saying that.
I'm hopeless, I'm awkward and I'm desperate for love.
Number 12.
This is one of my favourite quotes ever.
I'll let you say it. Go on.
No, I can't, I'm laughing.
This is all a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. It just doesn't matter. It's moo.
I can see the logic.
Yeah, I get it. So that was 10, 11, and 12. We will run through those again. I'll read number 10. Remember, if I'm harsh with you, it's only because you're doing it wrong. Sarah, read number 11, and James will record.
I'm hopeless, I'm awkward, and I'm desperate for love.
And number 12.
I can't.
This is all a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. It just doesn't matter. It's moo. So let us have your answers in for those. We've not had many in for those ones already.
I think my sister was putting question marks because I offended her. But we'll skim over that. And so, yeah, I have to say the last quote is one of my favourites, and I can completely see where that person is coming from. We've got some more Bring Me's coming up. So you're looking now for a teddy bear.
First person to get one in wins 100 points. Ooh.
And a candle that's not lit.
Yeah, we don't have risk assessments for your houses, so please don't have any lit candles.
No lit candles.
And we'll go back to 10, 11, and 12. So it's a teddy bear and a candle that's not lit sent in. So yeah, would you have got these ones seem harder? Like I'm a big fan of Friends, but there was a couple of those that I would be guessing, I think, rather than knowing the answer.
So I can't ever remember where this one is said, but I can tell who said it just because of what it is.
Yeah,
that makes
I get
sense. So remember, if I'm harsh with you, it's only because you're doing it wrong. The answer to that one is Monica. But she's such a perfectionist in the show that it makes sense.
And then number 11, I'm hopeless and awkward and desperate for love. It is Chandler.
I love this next one.
And number 12, you can read it this time.
This is all a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter. It's moo. I completely get it. Because I thought it was moo as well. And it is Joey.
So well done if you got them. Now, if you're not a fan of Friends, you'll be glad to know that's our last of the Friends round. We've tried to, over the last 14 months, 15 months,
Whatever it is.
how long we've been doing these, try to cover as many different rounds as possible, which has resulted in us maybe struggling to find new things as well. Because when you search for things like, we've done that, we've done this, we've done that, and we've been very thankful to people who have sent in rounds in as well. So, please continue to do that if it's something that interests you.
So this church is celebrating Pentecost today, and we thought we would just have a quick video to remind us what Pentecost is all about.
So this is where we are in the story. God made a perfect world. People messed it up. but God had a plan to rescue them. He sent his son, Jesus, to save everybody, so we could be with him. And to save us, Jesus had to beat death. After he did that, he went to heaven. But first he told his friends, the disciples, to wait, because he was going to send them a gift, the Holy Spirit. So they waited. Even when there was a giant party going on outside, which was called Pentecost, with people from all over the world. The disciples stayed together inside, waiting. Suddenly there was a loud noise, like a really strong wind. It must have been pretty loud, because lots of people came to see what was going on. Whoosh! Then fire came down from heaven and landed on top of people's heads. This wasn't like the fire we're used to. It didn't burn them. This fire was way cooler. See what we did there? The disciples started speaking different languages. Languages they didn't even know, or hadn't until then. They spoke Greek, Hebrew, Arabic, all sorts of languages. It was a miracle. A lot of people were amazed. Some were a little confused. And some didn't know what to think. But the disciples knew it was a special day. A guy named Peter spoke up. He reminded the crowd of who Jesus was and God's rescue plan for them. And lots of people believed. Anyone who believes in Jesus has the Holy Spirit. I believe. 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 God had given them the Holy Spirit. And we can have the Holy Spirit too. But that's not the end of the story.
There's definitely something about kids sharing stories from the Bible and hearing it from the words of kids. And I love chatting to kids about faith and about God. It's just something really simplistic about it, which is fantastic to hear. And it's just great to have been able to share that video with you this evening. What has been your highlight maybe today? Maybe you experienced Pentecost this morning on your digital church online. Maybe you can share a highlight for us from that. It's just a great occasion for the church. So yeah, let us know if you've got any highlights from your day at church today.
I think my favourite part of that video is when they said, and some people were shocked, and then you had all the kids going. Like that was my favourite part. That was definitely my favourite part of it.
That's just nice hearing all those kids say, I believe I've got the Holy Spirit as well. So yeah, please let us know what your highlights have been. And it's just great hearing the words from them. During that, we've had another Bring Me round. And I think we've had some more pictures sent in, which we do.
So Becky Devine, this is her teddy bear, her teddy dog. This is from Frankie Hewitt. This was the first one in for the candle that wasn't lit. It looks like it's recently been lit, I have to say.
Oh, Les Clark's got both there.
I'm liking the electric candle.
Yeah,
sensible.
Good use. He's got his teddy bear there. And this is from the Huggins of an unlit candle.
Oh, that looks like, again, it's just been lit.
Another teddy bear from the Huggins, we think. And then the last one now
is Maisie with hers as well. With an owl. Oh, we've got a pillowcase with no pillow.
That's very specific. Pillowcase with no pillow.
I'm really cruel when I'm writing these.
So yeah, get that sent in as soon as possible.
I'm hoping that people are now going searching and just like the made beds, if they are like made, are like starting to like throw covers and stuff off them.
Les Clark is at home. The kids aren't there. He's off doing this right now.
I think I would be, I have to say. This is my level. I'd be all right. So we are, while you guys are doing that, we're going to hear a song before we move on to a cheese round. And we're going to hear a version of Send the Fire.
Today we claim, send the fire to
So we're really grateful to Gospel Roots for sharing with us. That's a video that you guys did last year. I really, really love it, but obviously
Last
it's
year
come
when I
out for
had hair.
Pentecost. I did say, oh, Mark, you've got hair on that video. But yeah, when you had hair.
Yeah,
I'm just insulting loads of people this evening.
Brilliant. No, it was. We've recorded that last year. It's great. We've got some photos on the screen straight away of empty pillowcases. So that's Les Clark with an empty pillowcase. There we are.
So this is the Huggins. They've got a pillowcase. This was the first one that was in.
Oh, well done.
Well done to the Huggins. And then we've got some more coming up, I think. So we've got, is that in a mirror, do we think? So that's Becky with an empty pillowcase. And that's, I know it's Maisie because that's my jumper that I'm possibly shrunk in the wash. So I don't cook and I don't do washing very well, so terrible wife.
Thank you for sending those in. You've done them throughout the evening. You never know, there might be a few more as we finish up this evening. We now have another round that has been sent to us from a fellow DYS, John Hampton, who is the DYS of Central North Division. And this round is going to be cheese or service station. But before you do that, you may notice on the screen there's another bring me. It is bring me a shoelace with no shoe. So please make sure the shoelace isn't attached to a shoe.
Parents are going to hate us for this, like tomorrow morning. So we have got the service station or cheese. I don't know how, I thought I knew cheese really, really well. And then Mark read some of these to me the other day, and I honestly didn't have a clue.
Well, I've gone through it just trying to put the visual on the screen for it, and even gone through the answers. I couldn't tell you which one's which. So it's going to be a bit of a game for us as well. We want you to put in 1, 2, or 3. Is it a service station or is it actually cheese? So the first one is Waldo Smog. Is it cheese or a service station? You let us know. Number 2 is Peas Pottage. And number 3 is Shepherd's Hope. Would you be purely guessing at this?
I'd be absolutely guessing. And I think the other day when we played this game, I didn't change from service station because I figured then I had to get some right because they weren't all going to be cheese. But I genuinely thought I knew quite a lot about cheese. And clearly really, really don't.
It just shows how many different types of cheeses there are out there. That wasn't easy to say.
I'm not sure Wayne Price is playing today, but we tested his knowledge, and he used to, before he was an officer, he was on the road quite a lot for his job, and he was able to tell you where a lot of these places were if they were a service station. So I thought that was impressive because I was going more for, do I know anything about cheese?
Yeah.
But he was going for more of the, do you know anything about service station?
Well, I'd say as if you're watching and you know it's a service station, don't say, oh, I know that one, it's down by me, that service station. Just put the answer 1, 2, or 3, so other people can play along as well.
So we've already got some guesses that are coming in there, and they're both the same. So either they both know this very, very well, or they've both guessed the same.
Well, shall we have a look straight away?
But I'm, really impressed.
So we'll have a look at the answers. You'll see all the answers at the same time on this one. So the answers are... So it's cheese, service station, cheese. You've both got that right. Well done, Joanne. Well done, Paul. Waldo Smog is a cheese, Peas Pottage is a service station, and Shepherd's Hope is a cheese.
I'm going to let you do all the reading on these just because I've not seen them before. I'm very tense that I'm not going to be able to say some of them.
Sarah's going to read these ones out to you now.
So we've got Timberdoodle.
Yep. Just say it confidently. You can't go wrong.
Timberdoodle. Then I'll let you read one.
Cheeverly and Ticklemore.
Ticklemore. I think it's ridiculous that anybody would name either a service station or cheese after Ticklemore.
Yeah, it does seem a bit implausible that any of them would be there. So yeah, let us know what you think. What would you go for? Because I know we don't know. What would you say? Timberdoodle, cheese or service station?
Cheese.
Cheeverly, if that's how you say it.
Cheese.
Ticklemore.
Oh no, I want to change my answer because I was going to go.
Okay, you said cheese. You got.
I'm going to go service station. No, cheese, service station, cheese.
Well, change it back much.
Cheese,
Okay.
service station, cheese.
Okay.
I'm sticking with it.
So Becky Devine has gone. Service station, cheese, service station. We'll have a look at these answers.
So that's the opposite of what I went
Yeah.
for.
It is cheese, service station, cheese. You got it right, Sarah.
No way.
Yeah.
A complete guess, absolute guess. I'm loving the fact that Joanne Huggins has already confessed that hers was an absolute guess as well. So it's not just me that
I
is just
think Paul
guessing
Wilson
these.
knows his stuff. Oh, you got one wrong there. He thought Ticklemore was a service station.
I think I have to say.
That'd be a funny service station.
I was going to say, could you imagine? I'm just going to stop at Ticklemore on the way. Like it just wouldn't be a thing. Anyway, we'll move on to the next ones, and yeah, I was going to say we'll just have a guess.
So, Birchhanger Green, Drunken Hooligan.
Drunken Hooligan, excellent.
And Clumpton. I don't know any of these.
I'm going to have to say number 2 has got to be a cheese, because there's no way there is a service station that's called Drunken Hooligan.
Yeah,
Could you
don't really want to
imagine
stop there on the motorway, do you?
You wouldn't want to like that. You wouldn't want to stop there, would you? Like when you're tired, I'm just going to stop at Drunken Hooligan. Like it's got to be a cheese.
Where did we get these names from? For cheese or service station?
It must be that you. I didn't even know there's this many types of cheese, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we haven't got like Red Leicester or Gloucester.
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping for.
Oh, Gloucester would be a good one because it's kind of there's a Gloucester services and there's a Gloucester cheese.
Oh,
it's not in there.
It's not. I was going to say I've not seen the rest of these.
If I thought of that last night, we would have done it.
Okay, so we've got some answers coming in for this one. Service station cheese. That's what we've got for that one. That's what Joanne has said, but she's already confessed that the last one was a lucky guess.
Elaine Durant's come in saying service station cheese, service station. So we'll have a look at the answers on this one.
You would definitely hope that number 2, it's surely got to be a cheese.
Elaine, you're right. It is service station cheese, service station. You were right, Sarah. Number 2 is definitely not a service station. It is, in fact, a cheese.
Yeah, it had to be. You can't stop at a place called Drunken Hooligan.
Shall we move on to the next one? So, Charnick Richard, Slack My Girdle, or Gordano. What a random mix of words there we've got. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Well, let Sarah read them out this time.
Charnick Richard. Number 2 is Slap My Girdle. And number 3.
I'm just going to wait.
Gordano.
So let us know what you think. What do you think? What would you go for, Sarah? Would you say cheese, service station cheese?
Stop coming back to me. That's really cruel. Honestly, not a blooming clue. I want to say number 1's a service station. Number 2, surely a cheese, although who named it? And number 3, I genuinely don't have a clue.
I'm going cheese. I'm going service station cheese, service station.
Oh.
It's quite good being able to play along a little bit as well. So we've had a few guesses in. Paula said service station cheese. Joanna Huggins has said cheese, service station cheese. And then Frankie Hewitt said service station cheese. This is a random round, but I love it. Thank you, John Hampton, for sending this through to us. We'll go and we'll reveal the answers on this one.
You can clearly tell the ones that we've not seen in advance.
So Charnick Richard, which is a service station. Slack My Girdle is cheese. And Gordana is a service station. I actually thought Gordana was a cheese. I would have, but there we are. So well done, you've got them. So yeah, I'll let you read these ones.
Oh, I think I've composed myself. I apologise. She says, laughing.
Until you read the next set out, probably.
Okay, we've got number 1, the Stinking Bishop. Number 2, Port Abraham. And number 3, Spenwood.
Number 1's got to be a cheese, hasn't it?
I've already been corrected. It's Pont Abraham. I apologise. I shouldn't be asked to read things out. I've not seen this.
These, we've had quite a few tricky words to read out tonight. So the Stinking Bishop, Pont Abraham, and Spenwood. What would you go for on your answers?
I'd go number 1. It's got to be a cheese.
I agree, yeah.
Could you imagine, again, like driving down the motorway, I'm just going to stop at Stinking Bishop? Like, you just wouldn't,
I don't want to stop there now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an appealing name of a service station, but I could be absolutely wrong. We've got another Bring Me Round. We are looking right now for a coat hanger.
This is your last one, so get a move on, go and find that coat hanger and get it sent in straight away. We've had quite a lot of answers on the cheese or service station for the last round here.
I'm getting confused because I didn't know where they started.
Yeah, on my iPad, I've just got a long list of cheese, service station. I don't know which one's applying to which.
I would love if somebody that has never seen this before has just come in and is just baffled by the fact that we're playing cheese or service station.
In 2 weeks' time, I might bring you another cheese round. we're not.
I was trying to think of cheese jokes as we were starting this.
There must be some. Do you know any cheese jokes that you can share, Sarah and I? So the last one there was the Stinking Bishop, number 1, number 2, Pont Abraham, and number 3, Spenwood. Let's reveal the answers on those. So we're right. Number 1, the Stinking Bishop, thankfully, is a cheese. Pont Abraham is a service station, and Spenwood is a cheese. So well done if you got those ones right.
Earlier on, whichever one it was, number 3 was on the M5, apparently, according to my sister.
There you go. We've had a shoelace sent in from the Huggins, so well done for
I
that.
thought it was a skipping rope.
Another shoelace there. Great.
Excellent.
Amazing. Sam Duran has sent in a shoelace.
Nice.
Still wrapped, I like that. Les Clark has sent a shoelace in as well. There we are. We've got all of us at once.
Fantastic. So the only ones that we've got still to come is a coat hanger. If they are your school shoes and they are the laces for them, make sure they go back in before the morning.
Yeah.
Before some parents get really annoyed at us as
I've just got this image of
more stressful.
Danielle getting ready for school in the morning, and then my dad's taking a shoelace out or something.
I love that. I hope it's the case. I really do. But yeah, we're just waiting on pictures in for the coat hanger, which was the last one of the bring me's for the evening.
What we wanted to say is we've already mentioned ISCA, our summer school programme. Sarah and I are well underway in our planning and preparation for that. We're really looking forward to the event. As you can imagine, there's lots of additional prep that needs to be involved this year, but we're adamant on making that happen to make it a safe place for all young people and staff. And we're really excited to see what God has in store that week. What would help me and Sarah in our planning and preparation is by having as many forms in as soon as possible. So whilst the deadline for pre-booking forms is the end of June, I think it's the 27th of June, please get your form in as soon as possible. It will just make our life so much easier.
And then we've got something else to announce at the moment. So we are looking at finishing our Sunday night programme for the time being on, I think it's the 27th of June. So we are going to keep going till the 27th of June. We are going to keep on with worship evenings and trivia evenings. And then after the 27th of June, we're going to have a break for the summer while we plan and prep for summer school. And then after that, we are looking at coming back in a slightly different format after the summer. Yeah,
we recognise that actually these online gatherings have been more than just an occasion. You know, we've gathered a bit of a sense of connection with a lot of people out there, and they've brought a lot of families together at home as well. So we will evaluate how they've gone over the last 15 months or so. And then from September, whilst maybe some normal programme returns, physically meeting in our buildings and stuff like that, we will still have an online presence as well. It may not be on a Sunday evening, it may be something different. That is something that we're going to actually chat to you guys about, see what you want to have. Me and Sarah will have a conversation about what works, what doesn't work, what can we do completely different to the trivia nights and worship nights, what is going to work, and then we'll bring something back in September. So we want to hear from you guys what you'd like to see. And we'll be in touch about that because we'd love to have your involvement in that.
And we can't thank you enough for sticking with us during this time. I think we've now been doing it for 15, 16 months, something like that. And we are so unbelievably grateful for all of you guys that have stuck with us. Some of you have kind of nipped in, nipped out and been in different ones. But we are really unbelievably grateful for your support of this past 15, 16 months, whatever it has been. We are so unbelievably grateful to all of you, and it's been a real sense of community online, and we are just really blessed to have the support of all of you guys. So we don't take it for granted, and it will be some form of online presence after the summer.
Yeah, we've got, I think it's probably 5 weeks left, and we want to invite each of you to join us on Sunday the 27th for our last evening together, and in the weeks running up to that. But maybe you know someone that used to be part of these evenings and no longer is, or people that have been connected at various points throughout the year. We want you to invite each of them to join us on that last week as we have a final kind of celebration together before we have a break for the summer.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a bit of a break.
Yes, have Sunday. That'll be nice.
Yeah, looking forward to spending some time with family on a Sunday evening. But we are, again, as we've said, just really, really grateful for everything that you guys have done and that you've stuck with us even when we're playing rounds such as Cheese or Service Station.
I love games like that, though. That's Let's see what random games we can get in the last few weeks. So do let us know if you've got any random rounds you'd like to see in our final few weeks. We're going to try and come up with some more crazy ideas in the last few weeks we've got. As lockdown measures ease as well, we can try and do a little bit more as well. So we're definitely still planning fresh ideas for the final few weeks. Now, I think we might have some more photos in.
I think, yeah, we've got some more photos that have... I was about to get really confused because that was us.
Initially, I thought James or Christian had done that. This is sent in from the Durans, so thank you for sending that one in. Sent in from Maisie. She's got nice earrings there.
She's as random as I am.
Got one more from the Huggins, another hanger. So well done in sending those in this evening.
Yeah, thank you to, again, all of you guys that have sent pictures in this evening. Been really impressed with the speed that they've come in. We said to James during probably one of the videos, have we had any in? And then James was suddenly like, oh my word, my phone, there's so much stuff. So yeah, thank you all for joining in and being part of this evening.
Next week, we're back to our worship evening. So please do come along and join us. Then we'd love to see you then. And as Sarah and I've mentioned, we've promoted the summer school. Please keep checking our Yorkshire Tees and Humber Youth Facebook page as we promote various things on there in the coming weeks. We're going to end this evening with another worship song from Gospel Roots Brass Band, and that is Days of Elijah. But we just leaves us to say a massive thank you to each of you for joining us. And yeah, as we've mentioned all along, please send in your ideas, your comments, your suggestions. We really do listen to you and want to make it happen. So please get in touch with us throughout the week.
Yep, we really look forward to seeing you next week for our worship evening.
Behold, he comes.